Hi Sagittarius. Whoops. Welcome to your What They Can't Get Over reading for July 20th through August 19th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out. I have two, White Light Astrology and the Cancerian channel. Much love and support to them, and hopefully you get a chance to check them out in the description box. I put the links in there, so hopefully you can click on those links, check them out, show them some love and support if you like what they have to say. This is intended for a romantic love read. It may resonate otherwise in other areas of your life. All right. Sagittarius, what can't they get over? Sagittarius. In case you're wondering what they can't get over, let's take a look. All right, well, there's Aries, Queen of Wands, male or female. We got the Hanged Man. We got Justice. Oh, good gracious. Pisces. This could be Libra. This could be Aries. Wow, Aries twice here. Emperor. King of Wands. This could be Sagittarius. There you are. Judgment. Sagittarius, Cancer, or Scorpio. Three of Pentacles. Six of Swords. All right, Sagittarius. Well, I think they want an apology from you. Or I think they just want a clean severing. Perhaps this is a marriage for some of you, or somebody that you this is one of those, that a relationship of at least longevity. You have a definite past with this person. Interesting. Okay, so let's see here. We got 2, 3, 11. So 2. So you look to be in separation, and I think they want to be left alone. I think they just want to be left alone. I think they want this separation to stand, and I think they just want to be left alone. Because right now things are kind of in limbo, but they're not resolved. And I think this person wants resolution, and for you, Sagittarius, to... Oh God, this is going to sound like crap, to move on. All right, so what's this? All right, what's this Emperor about? What's this Emperor about? The Emperor, awesome. Okay, so we got the Emperor and the Emperor. Okay, so this is the... What's this King of Wands about? What's this King of Wands about? Okay. What's this Judgment about? Six of Swords twice. Okay, they want things to be resolved and for each of you to move on. What's this Hanged Man about? What's this Hanged Man about? Okay, so something's going on to where they're feeling like, you know what, you're not doing the right thing. This is not right. What's going on? There's an injustice happening here. What's this justice? Oh, there's justice. What's this justice about? Sagittarius, 5. Look at this conflict. 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords. Ooh, what's this 3 of Pentacles about? What's this 3 of Pentacles about? Oh my goodness gracious. There is nothing but fighting here, and they just want to move on peacefully, and they want you to move on peacefully according to this. Not calling anybody out, but this is all about... It looks to be that they have found somebody else, and they really just want things to be over. We've got Judgment and Justice here, and this could be this is simply somebody waiting for well, quite honestly, if we're talking about a divorce, because we're suited here, King and Queen of Wands, this is somebody that just is waiting for the paperwork to finally go through the legal system somehow, some way, or they're hoping to get justice within the legal system to be able to be done with this interaction or relationship and just move on. And they want things to be over, to be resolved, to be decided so that they can get on with, because right now this bickering and going back and forth and this strategic cutting each other down, or someone being strategic and petty in their eyes, is they have no use for it. And if anything, this is very much over in their eyes. They've already found somebody else. They are quite resolute on their feelings. Trust is definitely an issue here, and they feel like instead of having things resolved, that you would rather, this is hard, you would rather keep bickering and fighting and keep the pettiness going and the crap. And I say that because we've got judgment and justice here, and this is someone that's kind of already made up their mind about, and the emperor, about, so this could be judge and this could be the legal system, and waiting for the decision, which is the judgment, and going through the legal system, hoping to hash it out in the courts, and then we got the judge definitively deciding here, right? So this is somebody that's hoping to get justice or some kind of semblance of peace and order, to put because otherwise this is just hanging in the balance, because there's just constant bickering and someone wanting to just only serve themselves instead of doing what's like fair or right, whether there's kids involved or property, but someone's just wanting to be able to bicker and be petty just for the sake of drawing this process out, because if I can't win, then you can't either. And they've already found somebody else. Oh my God, don't hate me for this, Sagittarius. It's just the way it's reading. And they just want this process to be over. And it's really frustrating, which some of you might be glad to hear, that this is taking as long as it is, and that they're having to jump through the hoops, especially legally for some of you, that they are. If this is not tied up in the courts, they really just want to be left alone to do what they want to do now. And they feel like there's just constant bickering and arguing and pettiness and connivingness that they have to pay attention to. And that's why it makes me feel like this is a marriage unsuited, or that this is some kind of relationship to where you two have kids with each other or property or something that you need help, outside help sorting it out, because they would not be in communication with you or in this situation with you if they didn't have to be. There's something that's keeping them here to where they have to be the bigger person. They have to stand down. They have to this and that. And I'm not calling anybody out. This is the way this is reading. So they just want to work together to resolve everything and move on after that. They just want to figure this out, and to the bickering, let's work on this. Let's figure this out and move on. This is Six of Swords. Oh, there's moving on. Here's moving on. This is Six of Swords. Yeah, this is like, let's each of us move on. Let's figure this out, accept that it's over, work together to put the final, touches on this, and then we'll both be on our way. And, each to our own bright new futures. After this is ended, who knows what's going to happen. The thing is this, if everything is wrapped up in this instance here, with the court's help or some kind of legal system help or some kind of outside intervention, people getting involved to help you to mediate this, whatever, after this is wrapped up, they are out of here. This is the unknown. This is never seeing this person again. And perhaps you're afraid of that, and that's why there's this bickering or pettiness. Because for this reading, in the context of this reading and the way this feels, this person is just exasperated, and they're just like, what? Like, they don't get it. They don't get the issue. Why there still needs to be all of this. They feel like they perceive themselves as innocent here. So they're really frustrated about the way things are doing right now, or going right now. You could be dealing with an Aries. And rather than give up any kind of control, they'll just get right down there in the sandbox with you, Just saying. It is always, it is, all been there. It's tough. Yeah, and of course they'd want to move on, right? Because they do have somebody waiting for them. They want to get to this future that they perceive as ahead of them. So of course they want this to just, and they perceive you as someone that's holding them back, or that you're the one that's keeping all of this locked up, and because you're being petty, or you're bickering, or you're fighting, or you're arguing, or you're, this and that and whatever. And it frustrates them to no end. Of course, maybe they don't want you to know that, but perhaps it's you that walked away without even any kind of notice or anything, just completely cut them out of your life for a while or whatnot, and didn't offer any communication, any kind of resolution, anything. And they're like, well, okay, if you're going to be that way, then I'm going to be that way too. And there's like a stalemate. There's a complete stalemate. And they blame you, so they want you to come make it right and to clean this mess up so that they can get on with their life. Like, this is very messy and layered. There's a lot of pettiness here. I'm sorry. It's never easy. What would your person say to you, Sagittarius? My God, do I want to know? What would your person say to you, Sagittarius? I can't seem to find the right words to say to you. Okay, so is that why we're getting the silent treatment? Is that why we're getting the petty passive aggressiveness? Like that, is that why there's this constant bickering? Because I'd rather yell at you. I'd rather be passive aggressive. I'd rather hang this whole process of separation up on technicalities and be petty and all of that. I mean, I don't know. It's like they kind of blame you for leaving the way you did, or cutting, or being selfish and cutting things and whatnot, and not being willing to make the sacrifices, or not being fair about things. And now it's almost like they're right down in the sandbox with you. And I could see why this is tied up in the courts, because I mean, we got everybody. We got Judgment, we got Justice, the Emperor, and even the King of Wands here. This is needing outside parties to help you two with resolution. Okay. What else for Sagittarius? What else for Sagittarius? What else for Sagittarius? No, this is, oh yeah, this is for Sagittarius. Oh, it scared me. I was looking at Aries. I'm like, oh my God, this is Aries. No. What else for Sagittarius? Okay, never easy. 5 of Cups. Well, I am sorry. That is disappointing, that card. 5 of Cups. I'm sorry, because it feels like you feel discarded. It feels like you feel like this person is just like, well, okay, fine then. You might, they might have been the ones to... You might have been the one to leave or whatnot, but they're just like, okay, well, fine, then leave. I'll just leave. And you're like, wait, what? Wait a minute. Come back. We need to talk still. What else for Sagittarius? Me and my... okay. What else for Sagittarius? It just makes me sad, because it's like this feels like there's disappointment on both sides, but this feels like how you feel. Like you're thinking about your person, which may be an Aries, male or female, and could be dealing with Pisces, Aries, Libra, Cancer, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Leo. But either way, you're at the end of the day, this is disappointment and sadness about your person. And they just want this to get wrapped up. And that's what'll bring them back to the table to work on things with you, to hammer it out. But even still, there's going to be bickering and arguing there. Like, if this is, honestly, this is just best left at this point with the outside parties that are helping you deal with this, because this is just devolved. This is, you two get back in together and look at this. We got the 7 of Wands, 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords. I mean, this is just bickering, bickering, bickering. What else for Sagittarius? I'm sorry. No, wait, it's like this. I go like this, right? Okay. Always turn it to the right, clockwise. 5 of Swords released, 5 of Swords reversed, and 10 of Swords reversed. Okay, so another reminder, or as far as what you should do, Sagittarius, this would be saying move past the resentment, be open to change, be open to working things out in a proactive manner, instead of the bickering, instead of the 5 of Swords upright, which is that bickering and arguing and pettiness and combativeness, and accepting that there's an ending so that there can start to be recovery and regeneration. I'm very sorry, because this feels like, it feels like this is all within your power to stop. And the reason why you're not is because of this sadness and this grief and this loss that you're feeling. So at least if you're still fighting or bickering with someone, there's still connection, you know? And this is saying right here, 5 of Swords reversed and 10 of Swords reversed. This is accept the loss and be open to change so that you can start to recover. And this is somebody that doesn't even feel like they can communicate with you openly. They need other parties to intercede on your behalf. I am sorry. I hope this was helpful. I thank you for stopping by, and I wish you luck with this. I wish you safe passage and healing, and I hope that you move through this very quickly, because this doesn't look very fun. Hope to see you in the next reading. You take care, Sag.